Hello and welcome to this edition of Bayou Time. I'm your host, Keith Whiteside, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us. However you may be joining us, we appreciate it. And you know, we always want to bring you updates from some of the candidates running for political office here in our area. For District 8, for Terrebonne Parish Council, we got my friend Peanut, Fanguy.
How you doing?
Also known as Elrin, just for those people that don't know Peanut, right?
Right. I don't believe too many people know my real name.
No, most don't. I didn't know it for the first few years. I was knowing you for a long time. I had to ask James, what's Peanut's real name?
Yes, it's Elrin Anthony Fanguy Jr.
Right.
And the Peanut came in 7th grade. I went to St. Joe High School, and we wore khaki uniforms, and I was in the band. And the band director, you know, Elrin's not a common name, so he said, "Can I call you Peanut?" And I says, "Why?" He said, "I was a little short, fat trumpet player, and he's, you look like a little peanut," and it stuck. So,
oh, wow. Never went away, huh?
Oh, no.
So the Peanut started in 7th grade, but your community service started a long time ago.
Yes, I'm born and raised in Chauvin, 69 years old. I might not look it, but I feel it. But yeah, I mean, I started working in 76 with the Acadian Ambulance Service. Pretty much when they first came in the area. I think they had like 5 Lafayette and 5 different substations. And now it's God only knows half of the country. But yeah, I was EMT, IB Tech, and also I was with the Lokai Fire Department for years. And I was the first EMT with the fire department. I served on the board of directors as president of the board of directors of the Lokai Fire Department. Then it goes on. I went in Allfield, which in 1984, excuse me, it pretty much shut down.
Bottom fell out.
I was yard foreman at Ben Washington Machine Shop for like 7.5 years. And at that point, I didn't know what to do, so I went apply at the sheriff's office under Sheriff Roseanne, where I did 27 years. I retired in 2009, but within 3 years, I was in the Detective Bureau. I wore many hats. I was an arson investigator because I was with the fire department, composite artist, Detective Bureau for I think it was like 7 years, somewhere around there. And I requested to go into juvenile as a juvenile detective, which everybody says why, dealing with the kids, and I became supervisor of the Juvenile Detective Bureau. And my last year, I served as internal affairs under Vernon Bourgeois. And then in 2009, like I said, I retired.
And so why run for parish council in District 8?
That's a question everybody's asking. You know, hey, man.
Peanut, do we have an answer?
You got out of politics.
Well,
I mean, I'm from Chauvin. And I'm looking at the bayous and some of East Houma. That's nothing. I mean, the recreation, you know, pretty much, I think they just condemned our swimming pool. I heard they moving everything to Klondike, so on that property on Klondike Road. We have no more schools. They just shut down LaCache, which they being bused Upper LaCache School. I don't know what's going on with that. And, I mean, I got a granddaughter that just started pre-K, and she's being bused all the way to East Houma. So, I mean, we have nothing pretty much down there. I mean, one bank left. You know, you go down there, it's like a ghost town pretty much. And people are leaving. You know, people are leaving, I mean, Terrebonne Parish, but, I mean, down the bayous, you got so many houses for sale. And where I live right at Boudreaux Canal. I think maybe 10 people living there. And all the other ones are fishing camps. You know, I think the first houses up from me, first 5 houses are fishing camps. You know, so, I mean, I want to, I guess, put my voice, you know, where it needs and work for the people and try to get, you know, things done.
What are you hoping for? What's the goal for you to attract people to either come back or to stay in District 8?
Oh, like I'm saying, get things back to running. At one point, we had 5 schools. You had Boudreaux Canal, Little Caillou, you had LaCache, Upper LaCache School came later. But we had 4 or 5 banks. There's nothing. You know, the bank I deal with, if I want money, I got to come all the way to Houma. You know, to be able to get money.
You got to go up to buy it.
Everything's coming up to buy it. And I'm not going anywhere. You know, I'm staying. Been there 69 years, and it's like, you're not going to uproot me.
Right.
I love where I live.
Right. And there's a lot of people that won't get uprooted either. So I think if I'm hearing you correctly, what you're saying is, I want to bring some of the greatness back to that area, to District 8, like it had at one time. And let's find a way to attract businesses to be back.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I think, like I'm saying, we got they had like 5 service stations, full-service service stations at one time down there. My dad was one of them.
Okay.
He had
Which is how you're familiar with it, right?
I think he had it for like 27, 30 years.
Right.
But it's all convenience stores. And you know that. I think in Terrebonne Parish, you might have 1 or 2 full service. And you get your wife to check her oil and see, you know, and it's like, you know what I'm talking about.
That's our job, right?
That's our job. Oh,
Right.
I don't do that, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to pump gas, you know, and stuff like that. But, you know, it's something. But like I'm saying, I can get back at recreation, and I was told, well, there's a recreation board for that. You know, well, hell, if I can give my voice and try to get something going.
Right.
But that's what I'm looking. I want to serve the people. I want to, you know, get my voice out, you know, to see if we can maybe work something. And I know we got, you know, other parish council people and, you know, other boards. So I just want to get my voice. I want to be heard.
Well, Mr. Elrin, Peanut Fanguy, we appreciate it very, very much. Thanks for joining us today.
Okay, and on the ballot, it is Elrin Peanut Fanguy.
Elrin, okay, very good. They need to look for that. All right, guys, that'll do it for this particular segment of Bayou Time. Don't go anywhere. A whole lot more right here on HTV.